You've probably seen this guy all over YouTube promising big wins and very little risk. But what happens when we follow the funnel that he's actually running on the back end of this business? I'm going to break down what he's doing right and what's secretly killing conversions and how I'd fix it to 3 times his lead flow. So here's the landing page. This is where you are taken when you follow the link in his bio, the link on his YouTube videos, everything like that. So he's got a video here. Immediately you have to ask yourself, like, what are you drawn to? And I would probably follow the instructions here. It says start here. So let's play this video.
Welcome to the first video of this free course.
So he's calling out to pain points, and that's one thing, but like 27 seconds in, almost 30 seconds in, I'm already bored and I'm not feeling like I'm getting much value out of this. So the number one thing that you want to do when you're trying to sell someone on something is to give them value so that you can establish that line of trust. Now, maybe he has a bunch of touch points on social media with people before this, but if people are fresh and coming to this, they're going to bounce immediately.
I'm not here to sell hype. There's nothing to sell here. There's no hype. I'm actually trying to build traders.
He really said there's nothing to sell here on a sales funnel. Moving on. So here he's just trying to kind of do some myth busting, if you will. But again, we're 1:51 into this start here video, like the main thing that someone's going to click on. And I would have clicked off a long time ago. In fact, I'm just skipping through this video.
Scaling, growing size with control.
All right. Not to hate on this guy, but this is literally like when you're giving a presentation in school and your teacher tells you not to put basically a note card on your slide and just read off of it. And that's exactly what he's doing. But again, when this is your sales page, you need to be adding value immediately and telling people what they're going to get. This could be improved. We'll keep going. Okay, so there's not much to talk about here. I mean, this video I think would have deterred a lot of people from jumping into whatever's next on this ClickFunnels, which honestly, like, based on a few of these buttons I'm seeing here, I don't really know what the next thing to do would be, and that's not a good thing. So we're gonna move on. I'm gonna click through some of these just to see what these are. Okay, I see. So we go from the start here, and it tells you next to go to this beginning one. I'm not going to go through all these videos, but it's at least probably a decent nurturing sequence. I'm seeing all this mentorship stuff. Okay, I'm going to watch this through, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Okay, so this is basically just a call to action video. It goes through pain points. It goes through a pretty typical structure of pain points, case study, what to expect, a little bit of a guarantee, and then sign up now, call to action, which just brings you to this capture. So let's go through this and see how much friction there is. So the biggest thing you're struggling with, discipline. What's your long-term job? What's your current account size? Okay, name and phone number. So they're asking for phone numbers on the first opt-in, which tanks cold conversions, unless they're retargeting or running high-ticket qualifications. So this might make a lot of people bounce as well. And email is a lot lower friction, but it's a little bit less direct as well. But I'll punch my stuff in here. Okay, so I punched in my phone number and got a few texts here. This is Colin from Lander's team. I see your name is on the list for some day trading learning. Are you free for a quick call? So the guy pretty immediately reached out, which is actually really good. If you can reach out while these leads are hot, your conversion goes up by a ton. Okay, moving on, we have some testimonials here. These look like they're all from Discord. So these are actual screenshots from inside of the community. Number gains don't look too impressive. Okay, that's the end of it. There's not many testimonials. So this section, testimonials are super important. So the visual hierarchy that you need to have in your sales funnel is headline, call to action, which we have here, and then you need proof, which would be here, and then you need, again, a call to action. The reason being, our psychology works in such a way where you need to have a headline that stokes your interests, and then you get a little bit more information, and then you have a call to action. Then there's some proof, some actual screenshots or evidence that this is something that can really work for you, and then a call to action again, because people are lazy and they don't scroll back to where they were. So aside from that, we're going to check out the personalized scaling map. This is going to be a lead capture. Okay. And then the same results down there. All right, and then it's going to ask some questions. Let's say I'm dropped me back here. I'm going to go check for that email. Okay, so I just checked my email and there's nothing there. So I don't know what the personalized scaling map is about. So as far as I'm concerned, that button is useless and it shouldn't be there because it confuses you off the bat. This little bit here, click below to see if you qualify. Obviously, everyone qualifies. That's like an attempt at fake scarcity. I'm going to check out some of the other tabs here. Looks like he has books. One book, Colin. This is literally the guy who runs his Discord. This is the guy who texted me 14 days ago, left a review. Must not be biased. And this is a free one-time purchase. Oh, look at that. I've already purchased it. All right. And his investment Bible. Let's check this out. Okay, so he talks about time and sales. That's his like signature thing. Okay, he even talks about VIX. So I think this ebook actually should be a bit more front and center, and he should probably use this as a lead capture, like a lead magnet from the get-go. And he should probably plug his course at the end of it because it's actually pretty valuable. And it establishes him as an expert in this space. So I'm actually pretty impressed by the ebook. This courses tab is just a decoy. There is no trading blueprint course. It's all just the mentorship. That's what he's pushing you towards. My other course. Okay, so this takes me to a different sales funnel page. And it looks like this is just the older version of what he's currently doing. So the main critique here is just that this, off the bat, this video could be improved greatly. And then second of all, this personalized scaling map needs to go away. The mentorship call at the bottom here needs to go away as well. And then you just want my personal mentorship here. On the left, these buttons, they don't look like buttons, and they should. And then on the right side, this serious traders and all this stuff, this needs to go away. So this could be a lot simpler. And then the other thing that I'd suggest is the books part here. That book should be front and center. In fact, if you wanted to replace the personalized scaling map with the book and then make sure that the book plugs the actual mentorship, that would be smart as well. And then the course, probably instead of being here, it shouldn't be here. You want to really convert people to the high ticket mentorship. And then if customers or if clients have any objections to that, then you could downsell them to the course. So then I would have this trading blueprint come out only for the downsell. I wouldn't have it out here because it's confusing and you're going to lose clients that would potentially book the mentorship.